So I just want to say before this video starts that if I sound like I have 17 cactuses stuck in my throat, it's because I am a little sick, so bear with me. This video is only like 10 minutes long. You guys can last unless you can't. I'm not going forcing you to watch this. But that's all I want to say before this video starts. I don't feel well, so bear with me. We'll get through this. Welcome back to the Funny Show. I am your host, Mr. Funny, and today we're going to be dissecting the gaming juggernaut that is known as Nintendo, and basically just looking at the past, the future, what it holds for this company, and what they did wrong, what they did right, and just examining what they did, and hopefully inciting you on what Nintendo has been and what they might be. So, let's get into it. Right now, Nintendo is considered pretty behind the times, but back then, this wasn't always the case as both their games and their game consoles were considered innovative and revolutionary. The NES brought good games, the Game Boy brought portable gaming, the SNES brought 16-bit gaming, and the N64 brought 3D gaming. All of these hadn't been seen at the time, which was incredible. Around this time, Sony bought into the console market and was extremely fierce competition for the N64 and Nintendo as a whole. But Nintendo was able to hold their own with amazing games such as Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, which are all award-winning games. Eventually, the GameCube was released, and at this time, Microsoft had even put their hand into the ring with their console, the Xbox, and this was even more competition that Nintendo couldn't keep up with, and the GameCube suffered sales-wise. Still considered a cult classic by many gamers, it did have amazing games like Mario Sunshine and Luigi's Mansion, but it still wasn't able to perform well and only sold around 22 million units. Then the Wii came out and it was an exponential success, selling 101 million units, and it was insane for the world, introducing us to motion controls. And Nintendo was able to win this console war by pricing the console at $250, which was made possible due to the low HD graphics that would appeal to a more blue ocean strategy market. But Nintendo also gave us amazing games in this console, and I'm not going to list them out because there's just so many of them because the Wii had huge amounts of games, but there were a ton of amazing games on this system, and was one of the reasons why it was completely worth picking this thing up, because it was, one, so cheap, and two, a Nintendo console, and three, because it had amazing games. Then they screwed it all up. The Wii U was a complete mess. No one knew what it was. Was it an add-on? Was it a completely new console? No one knew. And to be fair, could you blame them? Because it really does look like a new add-on. I mean, look at this gameplay. It's called the Wii U. Would you want to call a console the Wii U? I don't think you would. And the marketing probably is the worst part about this, as it is so confusing and so sad, and it was just directed to kids. I mean, look at these commercials.
Woshi! It's a double Yoshi explosion!
Unlike the Wii, though, this console sold so badly, only selling around 13 million units, compared to the Wii's 101 million units, which is an extreme downgrade. And it really shows, too, because there's not a lot of people excited when you see a Wii U on shelves. They just aren't that excited. The Wii U did sell well on launch day, but it was not that good after that, honestly, as you could pretty much always find them a few weeks after it launched. Not even joking. That is how the launch of the Wii U went. It went bad. Like the GameCube, though, the Wii U is considered a cult classic among many gamers, as it has amazing games like Splatoon, Paper Mario Color Splash, Super Mario Maker, and Toad Treasure Trackers. All these are amazing games. Would I consider you picking up a Wii U? Maybe, maybe not. It depends on what you want to buy. But I would consider it worth it right now. Or do I? Then the Switch launched, and it launched with a brain exploder like Zelda, an incredible game that won Game of the Year at 2017. Actually, it won multiple awards at Game of the Year 2017. This game was incredible and was the perfect launch game for the system. And it even sold more units than the Switch itself in the first few months, which is absolutely insane. Not because it was on the Wii U, it sold more Switch units than the Switch itself, which is absolutely insane. It was, as the demand for it was over 100%, showing how freaking awesome this game was. Nintendo is also porting over a bunch of old Wii U games, as the games that didn't get their time to shine in the spotlight at the terrible Wii U. But this this gives a bunch of Wii U games a fair shot at actually getting to be played, as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Pokken Tournament, Hyrule Warriors, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Toad Treasure Trackers are all being ported over, and a lot of other games are also getting sequels, like Splatoon and Smash Bros. These games are getting fair shots and are selling extremely well. As Nintendo can't make new games, why not just port over games that they didn't get a shot to sell? Something I haven't even touched on yet, though, is the fact that Nintendo has been killing it in the portable gaming market. As the consoles like the DS and 3DS have been doing extremely well, as their competitors are basically non existent. Sony has the PSP and the Vita, but those are not that popular. No one wants them, and they're just way too expensive for people to actually buy. And Microsoft hasn't even dipped their toe in the water from portable gaming. And the mobile gaming market is a different beast entirely, which means that Nintendo is basically in its own competition for portable gaming, which is good for them. Now, guys, it's your turn. I want to know what your thoughts on Nintendo are. Let me know what you think they are doing, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and what do you think the future is for them. That it really interests me. It's Nintendo is a different case when it comes to gaming. They're different. They're interesting. They are weird. They're a very weird company. So I'd like to know what are your thoughts on Nintendo. And with that, this video is a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe. I'm a sellout. I know. Have fun.